Max Ryder was a young man with a dream that was as vivid as the beats he loved to mix. From a young age, Max was captivated by the power of music. It wasn't just a hobby, it was a calling. He lived in Sheffield, England. Max loved music. The bustling streets of Sheffield were his playground, and the city's vibrant music scene was his inspiration. He dreamt of playing his music for thousands of people. He often found himself lost in daydreams, picturing massive crowds swaying to his beats, feeling the energy of the audience. Max yearned to be a DJ in Ibiza, the world's party capital. The allure of Ibiza's nightlife, with its legendary clubs and endless parties, called to him like a siren song. His bedroom was his first DJ booth. His equipment wasn't fancy. It was a modest setup, but it was enough to ignite his passion. He had 2 turntables, a mixer, and a laptop filled with music. Each piece of equipment was a tool for his creativity, a means to express his unique sound. He practiced every day, mixing and remixing, finding his sound. The hours were long, but Max was relentless, driven by his desire to perfect his craft. Max began playing small gigs. These were humble beginnings, but each gig was a stepping stone towards his ultimate goal. He played at local pubs and clubs. The local scene was his training ground, a place to test his skills and build his confidence. He even DJ'd at a friend's birthday party. No event was too small. Every opportunity was a chance to share his music and learn from the experience. Every gig was a chance to learn. He paid close attention to the crowd's reactions, adjusting his sets to keep the energy high. He honed his skills with every beat. Each mix was a lesson, each transition a step closer to mastering his art. He knew he had a long way to go. The road ahead was daunting, but Max was undeterred. He embraced the journey with open arms, but Max was determined to make his dream a reality. He believed in himself. His vision board was a constant reminder of his goals, filled with images of Ibiza and iconic DJs. He knew he had something special to offer. His passion and dedication set him apart, fueling his drive to succeed. Max started making his own mixes. He spent countless hours in his home studio, experimenting with sounds and creating unique tracks. He created his own style. He blended different genres. His music was a fusion of influences, a reflection of his diverse tastes. His music was fresh and exciting. It resonated with people, bringing joy and energy to every event. He started sharing his mixes online. The internet became his stage, a platform to reach a global audience. He wanted the world to hear his sound. Each upload was a step towards recognition, a chance to connect with listeners far and wide. He hoped to get noticed. He dreamt of Ibiza. The island was more than a destination. It was a symbol of his aspirations. He knew this was just the beginning. The journey ahead was long, but Max was ready to face it with determination and passion. His journey was just starting. Each step he took brought him closer to his dream, each gig a milestone in his burgeoning career. He was ready to work hard. Late nights and early mornings became the norm, but Max thrived on the challenge. He was ready to face any challenge. Obstacles were merely opportunities in disguise, each one a chance to grow and improve. Max Ryder was determined to make it to Ibiza. The map on his wall was a constant reminder of his ultimate goal. He knew his time would come. With patience, perseverance, and passion, Max was ready to turn his dreams into reality. The road to success is rarely smooth. It's filled with twists, turns, and unexpected challenges that test your resolve. Max's journey was no exception. He faced numerous hurdles and setbacks along the way. He started sending out demos, hoping to catch a break. He reached out to clubs and DJs, trying to get his music heard. He hoped for a chance, a single opportunity to prove himself. He dreamt of playing his music in Ibiza, the ultimate destination for any DJ. But the rejections piled up, each one a blow to his confidence. Every no felt like a punch to the gut, a reminder of how tough the industry could be. The music industry was tough, a relentless battlefield where only the strongest survived. It was a competitive world, filled with talented individuals all vying for the same spotlight. It was easy to get lost in the crowd, to feel like just another face in the sea of aspiring artists. Max started to doubt himself. questioning if he was truly cut out for this path. He felt the sting of rejection deeply, each one a painful reminder of his struggles. It was hard to stay positive, to keep believing in himself when the world seemed to say otherwise. There were days when he wanted to give up, to walk away from his dreams. The dreams seemed so far away, almost unreachable. But then he would hear the music, the beats that made his heart race. He would remember his passion, the reason he started this journey in the first place. He would remember why he started, the joy and excitement of creating music. And he would get back to work, determined to keep pushing forward. Max knew he couldn't give up. He had to keep going, no matter how tough it got. He had come too far to turn back now. The journey was long, but he was committed. He had to keep pushing, to keep striving for his dream, no matter the obstacles. One day, Max received an unexpected call. It was a moment that would change everything for him. He had been waiting for an opportunity like this for years, and now it was finally here. It was from a small club in Ibiza, a place known for its vibrant nightlife and world-famous DJs. The club was looking for someone to fill in at the last minute. They had a DJ who canceled last minute, leaving them in a tight spot. They needed someone to step in and keep the energy alive. They needed someone to fill in, and they needed them fast. Max couldn't believe his luck. This was his chance to shine. It was only a 5-minute set, but to Max it was everything. It was a small window of opportunity, but it was a window nonetheless. It was a small opportunity in a modest club, but it felt monumental to Max. He knew that even a brief moment in the spotlight could lead to bigger things. But to Max, it felt huge. He was filled with excitement and determination. This was his moment to prove himself. He was finally going to play in Ibiza, a dream he had held on to for so long. He walked into the club with his equipment, ready to give it his all. He poured his heart into those 5 minutes, focusing intensely on every beat and every transition. He wanted to make every second count. He played his best music, tracks he had been perfecting for years. He wanted to leave a lasting impression on everyone in the club. He poured his soul into every beat. The crowd responded. They danced and cheered, feeling the energy and passion he brought to the set. For those 5 minutes, Max was living his dream. He felt a sense of fulfillment and joy that he had never experienced before. The gig was over before he knew it. The 5 minutes flew by in what felt like seconds. The crowd clapped as he finished, and he stepped away from the booth. But it left a mark on him. Those 5 minutes showed him what was possible. It was a taste of the success he had always dreamed of. It showed him that dreams could come true, even if just for a moment. It inspired him to keep pushing forward, to keep chasing his dreams. It gave him a taste of success. It fueled his fire. He went back home with a renewed sense of purpose, practicing and perfecting his craft even more. Max knew he had to keep going. He was more determined than ever to make a name for himself in the world of music. He knew he had to make it back to Ibiza. The island had given him a glimpse of what was possible, and he wanted more. This time, he was determined to stay longer. He was ready to turn his 5 minutes of fame into a lifetime of success. Max returned from Ibiza, more determined than ever. He knew he had to get his name out there. He needed to reach a wider audience. He decided to start live streaming his sets. He turned his bedroom into a virtual club. He played music for anyone who would listen. At first, only a handful of people tuned in, but Max didn't give up. He kept playing. He interacted with his viewers. He built a community. Slowly but surely, his following grew. His online presence started to gain traction. People were drawn to his energy and his music. He was building a fan base. He was creating a buzz. His dream of Ibiza felt closer than ever. One day, Max received a message that changed everything. It was from Luca Marquez, a famous DJ based in Ibiza. Luca had seen Max's live streams. He was impressed by his talent and his work ethic. He invited Max to come back to Ibiza. He offered him a chance to learn from the best. Max couldn't believe his luck. This was the opportunity he had been waiting for. He packed his bags and flew to Ibiza. He was ready for the next chapter of his journey. This wasn't just about playing gigs anymore. This was about learning and growing. This was about immersing himself in the world of electronic music. Max was ready to soak up everything Ibiza had to offer. He knew this was a turning point in his life. Ibiza was a different world. The energy was electric. The music was everywhere. Max spent his days soaking it all in. He went to clubs. He met other DJs. He learned from Luca Marquez. He watched how they worked. Luca became his mentor. He shared his knowledge and experience. He taught Max about the music industry. He showed him the ropes of the Ibiza club scene. Max learned about branding and marketing. He learned about connecting with an audience. Max spent hours in the studio with Luca. They worked on music together. Max was learning from the best. He was honing his craft. He was developing his own unique sound. He was becoming the DJ he always dreamed of being. One night, Luca got a call. The DJ scheduled to play at Eden, one of Ibiza's biggest clubs, had fallen ill. Luca couldn't make it. He turned to Max. "This is your chance," he said. "Go out there and show them what you've got." Max was nervous. This was a huge opportunity. Eden was a legendary club. Thousands of people would be there, but he was ready. He had been working towards this moment for years. He stepped onto the stage. The crowd roared. The music pulsed. Max poured his heart and soul into his set. He played with passion and energy. The crowd loved it. They danced and cheered all night long. It was Max's breakout performance. The night at Eden changed everything. Max's name was on everyone's lips. He started getting booked for more gigs. He played at some of Ibiza's most iconic clubs. He even landed a coveted spot at Ushuaia, known for its massive open-air parties. Max's dream had become a reality. He had worked hard. He had never given up. He had faced rejection. He had overcome challenges. And now he was living his dream. His story is an inspiration. It proves that anything is possible if you are willing to put in the work. Max Ryder, the boy from Sheffield, had become one of Ibiza's hottest DJs. Max Ryder's journey is a testament to the power of persistence and self-belief. He never let rejection define him. He used every setback as fuel to work harder. He stayed true to himself and his passion. And in the end, he achieved his dream. Max's story reminds us that the path to success is rarely linear. There will be obstacles and challenges along the way, but with hard work, dedication, and a belief in yourself, anything is possible. The beat goes on, the dream lives on, and Max Ryder continues to inspire aspiring DJs around the world.